dream is to become a doctor.
My dream is to become a president of the United States.
My dream is to be a construction worker.
This area was one of our high call generated areas here, and children living in this condition or living in that kind of condition were prone to be subjected to a life of crime. This is what you're exposed to, this is what life is about, and this is how you're supposed to be. And the Best Choice Center stepped in and showed them that there is a different way to life, that this is not how life is, and there are options for you to choose from to make a difference in your life.
They asked me, why do you go to Best Choice every day? And because I said, I'm driven by the needs of 150 kids who I feel need me, but in return I need them. And I think that's the way I look at what I do. That not only am I giving something, but I'm getting something back, more so probably than I'm giving.
Reset yourself. We live in ourselves because our mother.
We work hard and try to do our best, and
We take a break for playtime.
and we go on a lot of big field trips and small field trips, and we do different things here.
We do art projects,
Math, science, reading,
geography. That's all.
The Best Choice Center represents a component of a community that saves our young people. And it not only saves them early, it saves them when the cost is most effective and efficient. When you think about the incarceration of young people, it is extremely expensive, about $45,000 a year to house a juvenile in one of our training schools. And I've said it many times when I was police chief in Winston-Salem that if you really want to solve the problem of crime, you have to begin in the high chair, not the electric chair. I think Best Choice is, it actually is a family for many of these young people. It takes the place in some cases where children don't have families. And it may be the only hope or the brightest spot in the day for many of these young people.
He's like, all these people are here. Just kill it. Looking at us. And now we're gonna look back at them. Just like there. Kill it. All right.
I'm still impressed by a little 4-year-old who came to Best Choice when we even couldn't get 4-year-olds. He lived in one of the most drug-infested neighborhoods in this community. He was being reared by a grandmother who was practically illiterate, and he was staying in a home that was almost not fit for habitation by a human being. And we had first opened our doors, and he came up the street, little tiny tot, cute as a button, and he wanted to know what were we doing at that building. And I said, we're building this building for little people like you. He had a deck of cards in his hand, and he was flipping the cards like a poker player. And he said, do you play poker? And I said, no, I do not. He said, do you know how to play poker? I said, no, I do not. I said, do you know your ABCs? He says, no, I do not. So he followed me into the office, and because he was intrigued that there was something going on. He didn't understand what it was, but there's something going on that he might want to have something to do with. So he came in and he said, do you know what crack cocaine is? I said, no, I do not. Do you know what a weed is? No, I do not. He said, you don't know nothing, do you? I said, well, I guess I don't. I said, but do you know how to tie your shoes? Do you know how to spell your name? Do you know how to write or do your ABCs? He said, no, I don't. I said, well, I'll make a deal with you. If you come to Best Choice, even though you're just 4, and let me teach you what I know, then we'll forget about what you know. And I said, by the way, how do you know so much about crack cocaine? He said, well, my mom smokes it, my daddy sells it. So, but now that young 4-year-old comes by Best Choice because he is in the 9th grade.
It is an academic program. We do emphasize the academics, we emphasize the math, reading. Those are the #1 emphasis. And then we go from there.
This is one of my best paintings, one of my best drawings. I've made many drawings, but this one is one of my best.
We get to do a lot of fun things like drawings, math, chess, checkmate. This is a place where this was a place where I will come every summer.
When I think about Success Maker, I kind of think of it as, if you're planning a trip or a journey, if you're headed somewhere, you got to first know where you're at. And that's what we do in the computer lab. It lets me know where the kids are functioning at in math and reading. And then I take this information back to the staff and to the teachers, and then we design a game plan to how we can get the kids where we want them to be.
The Best Choice staff has been recognized as having made a wonderful contribution, and these computers and the fact that many people in our town support this effort will realize the goal that they dream for all these children.
I've been with the Best Choice Mentoring for Success program since it started. I think it was in 1994, and Malcolm is the second young person that I've had an opportunity to work with. Malcolm, as you can see, is kind of shy from time to time, but he's coming out of that, and we talk a lot. He knows that I get on him when he's not been as good as he should be in school, or is not working like he should in school, but also give him praise when he does the right thing.
Because before I had a mentor, I was a thug. But when I got one, my mentor, he said he ain't having that. My mom said they wasn't either. So my mentor played the role of my secondary dad. And as soon as I got my mentor was like, you gonna get in them books and stay out and get them girls out your nose, whatever. And after that, I stayed in the house. I ain't never go outside. I ain't been outside. It's the only time I come outside is when I come to Best Choice to go to school.
You know, the problem for this community or the nation as a whole, if we don't address these problems, reminds me of an old mechanics commercial they used to run on TV all the time. And it was a mechanic saying, you know, you can pay me now or you can pay me later. And that's what this is all about. We either deal with some of the problems that these young people are going through now, or we're going to deal with and have to pay for a much larger problem down the road. If we turn them around and they become productive citizens of our community, then we're all better off for it. But if we don't, and this leads to a life of crime, then we all pay for that also. And so the Best Choice Center and places like the Best Choice Center, not only do they turn people's lives around, but they help to turn the life of a community around by showing these young people the right way to proceed in life. I can't stress how important that is. I mean, you can't overlook the ripple effect that comes out of an organization like the Best Choice Center. It's wonderful.
So it's just like an ever unending circle of reaching out and helping people. You save a child and you save a community. You save a child, you save a city. You save a child, you save a nation. And that's what Best Choice is all about anyway.
What would this country be like without places like Best Choice?
That'll be like a lawless country. Everybody be killing everything. Cause they won't have nowhere to go, nowhere else to hang out. So they're just gonna go on a rampage, just killing things. That's all.
Do you think you would have killed someone without Best Choice?
That's a hard question.